Everyone, welcome back to Football Manager 2017 with Newcastle, and today we are playing Birmingham City at home. It's another match that we need to win. We have been on a very good run of form recently after a horrendous start to the season. We have picked up the form, got a few wins together, and today we have a few very good opportunities to pick up more points against teams all in the bottom half of the table, except for Sheffield Wednesday. So if we can win these games, it would put us in a good position. We're just outside of the playoff positions, which I think will get the confidence from the board back up and get us away from that threat of the sack. But we need to be winning these games. In terms of the team for today, Dwight Gale will be leading the line again after scoring 2 goals in his last game. Matt Ritchie and Christian Atsu on the wings. Anita and Shelby Tiote filling the centre of midfield. James comes in on the right back. He's been missing a few games after being dropped, and Jamal Lascelles is back into the team. And then, as you can see, the confidence is getting back up. If we can get into those playoff positions, I think it will go up even higher, especially with the form that we've been on. And then we'll be able to really kick on and challenge that automatic promotion spot. Atsu beats a couple of players down the left-hand side, pulls it into Tiote. Atsu's beaten 2 more. He's got 2 with him. Pulls in the cross and scores. And Christian Atsu is quickly becoming our player of the season. A stunning individual way to get the goal. Oh, Shelby's been fouled there in the centre of the park, a little bit unnecessarily. And Birmingham are down to 10 men. We were already on top. We're going to be even more on top now. There should be another 3 points. Birmingham with a free kick. Cotterill puts the ball in. It is cleared out, and Atsu can maybe launch a counter-attack here. He sends Dwight Gale running, but he's got a player over on the right. He passes it across to Matt Ritchie. Now James over to Atsu. Great movement, and he's hit the woodwork, but puts it in on the follow-up. Christian Atsu with another goal, his 8th of the season, puts us thoroughly in control. It looks like we will finally have secured a straightforward win in the league. 2-0 at home, doesn't get more textbook than that. We get another 3 points and keep our brilliant form on the run. I don't think there's any changes from the team we put out in the last match. We had a very good performance now, and I see that continue against Wigan now. We do need another 3 points, keep fighting our way up the table. And there's another news article saying that we're underperforming in the league, so we can't settle for making it into the playoff area. We need to get up there to those automatic promotion places, and we're still 10 points off. Such was the poor start to the season. So another 3 points and then another 3 against Burton, and we are starting to look much better for getting back into the Premier League. Luke Garbutt with the ball puts it in, and there's Lafond, but Grant Hanley's given away the penalty. Adam Lafondra going to step up to put Wigan ahead early in the match. And Darlow saves it. James tries to get there, but we're going to get into that second ball ahead of us at the moment. But Tiote with a great tackle. Now Aarons can stretch his leg. No Atsu, but Aarons can be just as good on his day. He finds Gale, and that was a great volley. 1-0 up. Dwight Gale's 8th of the season. He is proving why he should be starting ahead of Mitrovic. 2 minutes to go, and if we win this match, it will be because of Cardallo. He saved the penalty early on, and he's made some brilliant saves since. And here's Lafondra! And as I say it, Cardallo fails to keep Lafondra's shot out. He should have done better there, and it's going to finish 1-1. There's the full-time whistle. That late goal for Wigan, saving them at the death. Probably a fair result overall, but I'm not happy we didn't get the 3 points today. Down to 8th in the league when we could have been as high as 6th. That's quite frustrating. We are going to be missing Christian Atsu for this game. A big loss after he picked up the injury in the first half of the last match. It's only a dead leg. He should be back for our next match, but Orlando Aarons is going to come in for his place on the left wing. Dwight Gale continues up front, and Chancel and Bemba has come into the centre of defence with Grant Hanley dropping to the bench. Overall, the team morale is looking pretty good despite the draw against Wigan. We are away from home again, but it's Burton Albion who we should be beating, probably by a few goals. So we'll have to see what happens, but we should be getting a few goals on the board and getting back to winning ways. Now O'Grady. Back to Miller, out to Dyer, switching the play brilliantly, Burton. He puts the ball into O'Grady, and Burton Albion have the lead inside 2 minutes. Mbemba spreads the ball across to Gomez, and he's got Ritchie there. He can whip the ball in. He does, and there it is. 1-1. I think it might be an own goal. It is. It's Akins who's touched it into his own net, and then we're back on terms. Gibson spreads that ball out to Gomez brilliantly. He can whip in the ball. Aaron's at the far post, off the woodwork, but it's in. We turn it in. And it's Alexander Mitrovic, the substitute, who scores. It could be the winner. Lazar back to Gibson. Will he have a shot? Plays it short to Tiote. Foul by Williamson. Will there be time for the free kick? There isn't. It has finished 2-1. Mitrovic getting a late winner for us. Another crucial 3 points if we're going to qualify automatically for Premier League next season. A couple of big bits of news for the match at home against Sheffield Wednesday, and that is that Matt Sells is going to have to start in goal after Carl Darlow picked up an injury. He's going to be out for a little while, so Rob Elliott might even need to be used at certain points. Christian Atsu is back into the team, and we are playing Sheffield Wednesday at home. But worth noting, the Sheffield Wednesday beat Norwich away in their last match, scoring 5 goals in the process. Norwich are top of the league, remember, so this will not be an easy match. We need to scratch out a very good performance if we're going to come through with 3 points. Shelby now in a good position, finds Ritchie, now Gale, turns the defender and scores. Dwight Gale puts us 1-0 up against third place Sheffield Wednesday. Macias cutting inside, Shelby cuts that ball out, and now Gale can launch another counter-attack. What a ball to pick out Atsu. He's got people in the middle, swings it across, and there is Matt Ritchie. It's 2-0. Sheffield looking for a consolation goal. That's all it will be at this stage. Instead, Sells takes the catch. A very reassuring performance from the team. A good 2-0 win against teams in and around the automatic promotion spots. A very good performance, and I think it moves us further up the table. We are now finally in those playoff positions. It's taken 23 matches to get there, but we are hunting down the automatic promotion spots. Just 7 points off now. Not that far off the title either, and we're halfway through the season, and we have been on such good form. I really think we can push further on up that table. No changes to the team for this final match of the calendar year in 2016. It is New Year's Eve. We've got a game in 2 days' time against Blackburn, but I'm going to put a full strength team out for this home match against Nottingham Forest. So there are no real changes. Matt Sells continues in goal, Gale up front, and Hammers in at right back with Hanley in for Mbemba. But otherwise, no real changes, so we can get in and hopefully pick up where we left off against Sheffield Wednesday. Lazar to Anita. Now Atsu in a good position. He's cutting inside. He's gone down in the box by Laikash's tackle, and we have the penalty. Up steps Matt Ritchie. He scored in our last match. He scores again. We're 1-0 up against 10 men. Surely this will be another 3 points. 10-man Nottingham looking to get their equaliser. Trio beats his man. He's got players in the centre like Osborne, and they have got their equaliser. How we've conceded against 10 men, I don't know. But we really need to pick it up from here. Anita forward to Atsu. He's got a man over on the right, but he's going on his own. Shot blocked. Gomez finds Tiote. He goes for goal, and it's gone in. Stankovic has had a nightmare. We're back in front. 2-1. Check Tiote's first goal of the season. Friart's found Benter, but Sells rushes out to get the ball. We have won by 2-1. Maybe should have been more against 10 men for so long. But I can't complain. It's another good victory that keeps us in that 6th spot. And we're only just off the automatic playoff positions now. Just 4 points in it. 6 points off the top spot. And we are back where we belong. Quite a bit of transfer news to go through with you. The first one being that Matt Sells has moved to Bayern Munich for £4.75 million. I would have been fine with that had Carl Darlow not got injured after I made the sale. So it's going to be Rob Elliott going in goal for the next few matches. And Sells actually put in some very good performances and would have been challenging Darlow for the first team place. So that's a bit disappointing. Sometimes when you make those decisions outside of the transfer window, they do come back to bite you. Paul Dummett's also gone. I wasn't a big fan of him, and I think Hammers does a better job. We've also got Haidara as backup if we need him. Hanley, again, another one that maybe I wouldn't have sold if a bid had come in now, but at the time he wasn't playing and he wasn't happy, and that was a bad combination for a 25-year-old defender. So instead, he has been shipped out. And to replace him, we brought in Dominic Iorfa from Wolves. He is a very good prospect, can play at right back or centre back, and he's been performing reasonably well for Wolves this season, so I think that he will do us a good job. We also brought in Carlos de Pena down the left wing just to back up Christian Atsu and support the work of Rolando Aarons. And then Christensen from Fulham, he's a fairly standard young player to bring in. He'll help fill out the midfield behind Tiote, Anita and Shelby, because we've had situations where there's just been Darren Gibson available on the bench, so that will help us out. We also shipped out Yedlin, who's not played, I don't think, even one match this season, so he's gone for just 2.6. Kieran Clark hasn't played for us this season, and with the offer coming in, I thought better to just get a bit of cash for him for very low fee, but I'm not too worried about that. I want to trim down the squad if we can. So that's all the transfer business. There might be more to come in this window if good deals pop up. We are in a better position in the league, so there might be more options. But I would want to get rid of a few players before we start to do that. Quite a few changes given the new transfers and the fact we only played 2 days ago. So Rob Elliott does start in goal. We've promoted Freddie Woodman from the under-23s to be on the bench. And Mbemba's going to start a right back, and Lascelles and Joe Gomez starting in the centre. Iorfa is not fit enough to play in this match. Haidara is coming in on the left back position, as we said he would. Hayden's in at defensive midfield. Diarme's fit enough to play again. Gibson's alongside him. We've got Rolando Aarons and Christian Atso both starting, and Mitrovic comes in for an unfit Gale. So quite a lot of change. I wouldn't be surprised if we lost this match, given we're away from home and there's been so much change to the team. But hopefully we can keep our form, maybe get a win and push further up the table. Blackburn with a free kick, and it's gone straight in. Burn with the goal, and they're 1-0 up. It's a free kick for us. Gale plays the ball back. Haidara on the left wing. Kenny whipping the ball. He finds Atsu. There's Gale. That's the equaliser, and we've got 12 minutes of normal time to try and find the winner. Dwight Gale's 10th goal of the season. Blackburn just passing it around in midfield. I think they're happy with the draw, and it has finished in a draw. Not quite what I would have liked, but given we went 1-0 down, I will take it. Not happy that we didn't get the win, and it does mean we dropped 8th in the league. We are only 5 points off the top of the table. We are back in the mix, which is the main thing that we were going for in this episode. We've done so well to recover from the awful position we were in after our start to the season. But I would say we are probably the strongest team in the league now. Our players are happy with the formation. There's not too many unhappy players. Morale is up. We're unbeaten for a long stretch of time. And I think we can close that 5-point gap in the next episode. We've got some decent teams to play. If we have a look at the schedule, look at that run of form. Absolutely impeccable. So a couple of games against Brentford away, one in the FA Cup, one in the league. Then Rotherham, Brighton, QPR and Derby. All games that I think we can win, especially the likes of Rotherham and Brentford. Even Brighton are struggling, QPR in mid-table. Derby could be a challenge, but they are at home. So I'm not too worried about the FA Cup. It is all about the league. We have work to do. If we're a few points clear at the top, I would be prioritising the FA Cup. But there's so many games left to play, and we are still behind the leaders by 5 points. So we do have work to do. We need to close that gap. But that will be all for this episode. As you can see, up to 8th place. It doesn't look like we're going to get the sack anytime soon. I think we could maybe even lose a match. I would like to get further up to those promotion points and get some confidence back, because the board is still only on 40% confidence. But that will be all for this episode. If you've enjoyed our return to form, do drop a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see how the rest of this season unfolds. But until next time, see ya.